Today we're going to be talking about how to actually enjoy your first cigar. Anyways, my name is Zach. I'm 23. I make kind of a mix of content on this channel. But if you guys are interested in watching cigar videos, I have quite a few on my channel. Majority of it is. So with that being said, today we are going to be talking about how to enjoy your first cigar, what to do, where to do it, how to even get into the mix. But yeah, I don't edit these videos, so if you hear me mess up, it's kind of because I'm not cutting it out. Or if you hear me make like a burp or something, you're going to hear it live. It is what it is. Anyways, so yeah, enjoying your first cigar comes down to quite a few things. A, you're going to have to pick your first cigar. And I mean, that all comes down to you can get one online. You can go into a local cigar shop. You can go into like a Total Wine, which wouldn't call it a cigar shop. I would call it more of like an alcohol store that has a cigar shop inside. Excuse me. And then you get to pick your first cigar. Now, with your first cigar, I always say a Connecticut. Now, Connecticut's can be a little misleading. So my recommendation for everyone, this is just me, is the Perdomo 10th Anniversary Champagne. That's just my recommendation. It's a great cigar. It's awesome. If you have any complaints, I don't care. With that being said, so once you've picked your first cigar, you're going to need technically three things to be successful with this. If you're smoking in a private, like your home, backyard, garage, something like that, these are the three things you're going to need. You're going to need a lighter. I recommend butane. Have I smoked with non-butane lighters? Yes. Does it change the taste? Not in my opinion. But if you if you're trying to do this right, a butane lighter. It's very easy to come across. I promise you. Butane is very easy to get your hands on. So a butane lighter, any lighter. I think I have a lighter for not even $8 that does the job of $1,000 lighters. A cutter probably costs you $3. Usually a guillotine. Could be a V-cut or a punch. I recommend the guillotine. Start off with. That's just me. Haters gonna hate. The guillotine, and then an ashtray. That's it. That's all you need to be successful with your first cigar. So when you're smoking your first cigar, once you got all your pieces and puzzles together, you're going to want to cut that cigar. You're going to want to toast it lightly and puff. That's pretty much the summary of smoking your first cigar. Now, there are little things like how to cut your cigar, how to light your cigar, how fast to puff on your cigar. I'm going to be so honest with you guys. When you're smoking your first cigar, you're going to mess up. Everyone messes up stuff. It is what it is. That's why you don't go out of your way to buy a bunch of expensive cigars to start off with. Take your time, learn, watch YouTube videos. Because there's going to be plenty of times you're going to, as an experienced person, you're going to cut your cigar like a little wrong every once in a while. It is what it is. It happens, dude. You're going to burn a little too much every once in a while if you're talking and not paying attention. All these things happen. These are all things that happen to everyone that's experienced, non-experienced. It's real. It's just what it is. So take your time, learn, enjoy the process. Don't go out and buy a bunch of expensive accessories to start off with. See what you like, because there's different cutters, there's different lighters, lots of different lighters. There's different ashtrays too. There's all kinds of stuff for cigar accessories. So take your time getting into this hobby. Enjoy it while you are doing it, because smoking your first cigar is awesome. But once you smoke your first, you're probably going to buy your second, third, fourth, fifth within the first week. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of like a collecting hobby. You start collecting cigars and then you go, well, shit, I'm not going to be able to smoke 444 cigars in a year. Most of us aren't. There is that guy out there that's smoking 6 a day. That's not everybody, but there is that guy out there. I've become once a week kind of guy, maybe twice a week, but you really start to enjoy this hobby to the point where you start collecting them like they're a Pokemon card. Like you really enjoy it, and then you start finding, oh my God, there's more blends in cigars than there's wine. Is that a fact? I'm not going to tell you yes or no. I have heard that. So yeah, no, there's tons of ways to get into this hobby and enjoy it. I always recommend though taking your time, smoking what you like. Your boy just realized the ISO is really, really high. Oh. Okay, so yeah, there's plenty of ways to get in this hobby, plenty of ways to enjoy it, but take your time. Save your money is my first recommendation. Set yourself a budget, because I can personally tell you my cigar cart's gotten up to $100. Then I realized, oh, this website sells them for way cheaper in bulk. Hold up. Yo. So definitely take your time, research different sites, research your local shops are also great because, they'll cut you some good deals every once in a while. So yeah, take your time with getting into this hobby. Enjoy it while you can. If you have any questions, always drop it down in the comments down below. There are a lot of helpful people down there. I can promise you that. But yeah, that's really all I got for people getting into cigars. I mean, I'm not able to recommend sites or anything because of YouTube's guidelines. But I can tell you that check the internet. Check the internet and really check Reddit. Reddit for cigars, bro. They be giving you all of the information you need. So that's really all I got for you guys today. That was my how to get into cigars as a beginner. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. If you do have questions though, drop it down in the comments below. I do respond almost every comment, unless it's something I just have no idea how to respond to. Then I give you a like. But once again, thank you so much for watching my videos, guys. I really appreciate it. We've been killing it recently. We're at like 430 subscribers. I really appreciate it. We're on the road to 500, damn near 1,000. I don't know what to say anymore. I really appreciate it, guys. I did not expect this, so thank you so much. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching my channel, as usual, and listening to me yap for approximately 7 minutes on the dot. Yeah, we do this every single day. Well, every other day. So, yeah. And we have 20 seconds left, so let's talk a little recap of life recently. Probably ran like 20 to 30 miles this week. That's pretty solid. That's not counting my work steps. That's just pure walking steps. So that's pretty awesome. That's okay. That's it. That's all I got for my last 20 seconds. Anyways, later, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. I will see you in the next one. Peace.